our webinar will be recorded, so it will be available on our online video platform later. So for better sound quality, please keep your microphones muted during the whole competition. For our finalists and guest speakers, please unmute yourself when you are being invited by our chairs. So today, our final competition will be chaired by Professor John Ellis from UBC Forestry. So he is the Forest Renewal BC Chair in Forest Management, and also our former Dean for over 10 years. He is also the chair of the Asia Pacific Forestry Education Coordination Mechanisms, so APFECM. So Professor John Ellis, is your room now, please.
Thank you very much, Susie. I will go to the first slide. Welcome, everybody. I think most of the contestants who are going to be presenting tonight have already had a little bit of practice and have presented before. However, this may be new to some of the people who are watching tonight. So I will actually provide you some additional information about the 3-minute thesis competition. We're going to start off, however, with some remarks from Professor Wang Yu, who is a professor at the University of British Columbia. So Guang Yu, over to you.
Dr. Wang, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you, John. Good morning for those who are in Asia, and a good evening for us in North America. Welcome to the final round of the 3-minute thesis competition. First of all, I would like to congratulate to our 9 finalists to be able to get this stage. Secondly, I would like to thank our judge to taking their busy schedule to support us for the 3-minute thesis competition. I also would like to thank UBC Faculty of Forestry, APM-NEC, and also our Asia Pacific Forest Education Coordination Mechanism for their support to our Asia Pacific Forestry Young Scientists Association. This association was established in 2020 during the pandemic to promote the exchange and the cooperation among our the young scientists around the Asia Pacific region. So under the association, we have 3 committees. First one is biodiversity and ecosystem. And second one is forest resource management. And the third one is bioenergy and biomaterial. They cover mainly our special of all the forest research in the Asia Pacific region. I hope the platform and today's event as well to give the test what we are doing here, and we are hoping to promote through this the event to promote the cooperation among our young scientists in the Asia Pacific region. Thank you so much. Over to you, John.
Thank you very much, Guang Yu. So I'm going to jump back a couple of slides and give you the introduction about the 3-minute thesis. The idea of this thesis is that it challenges participants to explain what they're going to do with their research to a non-specialist audience, and you only have 3 minutes to do it. That's a really short time when you're trying to explain a complex subject. It was founded by the University of Queensland quite a long time ago now, in 2008, but it has become extremely popular, and it is held in over 350 universities across almost 60 countries worldwide. The University of British Columbia was one of the first universities in North America to host a 3-minute thesis competition, and it's been doing so since 2011. This is the first time that the Asia Pacific Young Scientists Association are doing it, and it is open to all levels of university students. So you might wonder why 3 minutes? Well, 3 minutes is what we would call an elevator pitch. And that's the length of time that if you're going into a very tall building in somewhere like New York and you get into the elevator with maybe a potential future employer, you've got 3 minutes of his or her undivided attention, and you can explain how good you are and how good your work is to them in that time. And that's why we think it's so important just to have 3 minutes. So now I'd like to move to our judges and introduce them. You've already heard a little bit about me. I have the honor of being the chair of the Asia Pacific Forest Education Mechanism. And as of this year, I was actually appointed to the board of the Asia Pacific Network, though we haven't actually had a face-to-face meeting yet. I will go straight on to the others because you did hear a little bit about me earlier. Our next person is Agni Clintuni Bodhihartono, better known as Intu, and I'll let Intu introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Intu. We could say because my name is so long. I'm from Indonesia originally. My background is very multidiscipline, anthropology and natural sciences and arts. And I'm focusing my work in the tropical part of the world. So I'm here, associate professor in tropical landscapes and livelihoods. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Agni. Intu. Our third judge is Feng Zhang. Feng is taking time out of his very busy media career, where he's been talking to numerous different media bodies about his really exciting research that he's doing on sustainable functional biomaterials. I'll let Feng introduce himself.
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone. My name is Feng Jiang. I'm an assistant professor in the Faculty of Forestry, Department of Wood Science. So also a candidate research chair in sustainable functional biomaterials. As John introduced, my lab focuses on the functional materials, trying to utilize natural bioresources and to create a functional, something that you can find daily use in your household. So hopefully we can shift to the bioeconomy with the research in the lab to bring some product in the market. I'm looking forward to all your presentation tonight. Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Feng. So let's just go over the rules in case you've forgotten them since last week. You are allowed one single static PowerPoint slide. You're not allowed to have any additional electronic media or props. You're not allowed to use notes. And if we reckon that you are reading notes from your screen presentation, you will be disqualified. You have a maximum of 3 minutes, and there will be a time clock that warns you at 1 minute intervals and then at 15 seconds before you are due to end. Please do not go over the 3 minutes. You will be penalized heavily. The topic has to be directly related to the student's current graduate program thesis. You can't talk about past work. It must be your current work. So what we will do is I will confirm that the presenter is ready, and then I will start the presentation and display the PowerPoint slide. You will see the automatic 3-minute timer. There'll then be a short break after each presentation while the judges make some notes, because we do have a rubric that we have to complete, so that it's a fair assessment of everybody. And I will just say that the decision of the judges is final. There is no bribing, corruption, anything else allowed. We will make a decision, and that will be a final decision. What we'll be judging on is comprehension. In other words, did the presentation help the audience understand what the research is all about? And engagement. In other words, did the speech make the audience want to know more about your work? Was it exciting? Did you generate a sense of enthusiasm? However, what we will not be judging is the quality of the video or the sound quality. That's not part of the adjudication criteria, because we do know that some people may have a little bit of difficulty with their sound or the quality of their video. So I hope that is clear. For the people the contestants, I think you know these rules off by heart by now. You've done it before. but this is really more for all the people who are spectating this event tonight. And this is really the key thing here. Look at the size of these prizes. The best performance tonight is going to win 3,000 Canadian dollars. You can do an awful lot with $3,000, particularly if you're not in Canada. If you're in Canada, maybe you can do less. If you're in China, you'll be able to do a lot with that. The runner-up will receive $1,000, which is still a lot of money. And the third place winner will get $500, which does still translate into a lot of Starbucks coffee. Maybe not as much as you'd like, but still a lot. So these are very significant prizes tonight, and we are really grateful to all our sponsors for those. Those sponsors are the University of British Columbia in Canada, the Tianjin University of Science and Technology in China, Sichuan Agricultural University in China, Zhejiang Agricultural and Forestry University in China, the University of Canterbury in New Zealand, the University of the Philippines, Los Baños in the Philippines. Sorry, I said University of Canterbury in New Zealand, yeah, and Beijing Forestry University in China. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your sponsorship tonight. It is really important to have some good prizes because this is an important competition that is a really significant part of the training of our future academics and scientists. Okay, so we will move on to the first presentation. The first presentation is by Yuying Liao. Yuying, are you ready?
Yes, could you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you. So Yuying is going to talk about climate change impacts of forest regeneration. She is from the University of British Columbia and Beijing Forestry University, and she is in the undergraduate program in forest science and biotechnology at BFU. Her supervisors are Dr. Haolin Zhang and Dr. Bisheng Dong, and please excuse my pronunciation of all the Chinese names. I know I don't get them absolutely right. In fact, sometimes I get them totally wrong, but please bear with me. I'm sure some of you might have difficulty with my name as well. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
Yuying, I am going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi everyone. Today my topic is about tree regeneration and climate change. Over the past few decades, climate change has become an increasingly important issue. Forests, as a crucial part of climate change mitigation, are also sensitive to the environmental change. In order to investigate how climate change affects trees in the forest, I have reviewed and summarized over 70 research papers from the Web of Science and the school library. It is surprising that even the same tree species may respond differently at different stages of growth. In my research, I chose Douglas fir as my study subject. Douglas fir could be a great value tree species and widely distributed in Canada. Previous studies have shown that Douglas fir has excellent resistability to the stressful environmental conditions. The adult and the seedling of Douglas fir are well adapted to the elevated temperature and carbon dioxide increase. However, the serious climate change make Douglas fir has to face the seed shortage problem, according to the statistical results. Douglas fir has a high rate of corn failure, and its average seed efficiency is only 39%. Adverse climate conditions and outbreak of predators induced by climate change can aggravate its corn loss problem. In addition, seed production is also strongly influenced by temperature stress. Low temperature can directly lead to corn loss and a 10% reduction in seed efficiency. At the same time, high temperature with humidity condition will lead to microbial proliferations, which will lead to high rates of corn abrasion reaching up to 55%. In order to protect forests in such a changeable environment, there is a strong need for more mathematical studies on climate change. In the future, also as part of my research, I will investigate how the atmosphere respond to thermal stress in drought conditions, whether there is an adaptation or resilience to high temperature during its corn production. That's all I want to share today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on finishing on time. Now, if you'll just give us a minute or so for the judges to make some notes, and then we will move on to the next person. Looks like Intu's ready. Sang, you're ready? Thank you. Okay. Our next, firstly, before we move on, we'll get some remarks from the Vice Dean of the School of Biological Science and Technology from Beijing Forest University, Dr. Jin Sheng.
Thank you, Professor John Ines. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you today. First, I would like to thank AYSA and UBC for providing this amazing platform. In this platform, students meet others with a diverse background and learn about their incredible research. I greatly appreciate for this competition for sharing the voice of young people and letting the world know that they are making a difference for our shared future. And I can say that 9 students from 7 Asian Pacific universities will be competing for top prize. And we are happy to notice that 2 of them are from Beijing Forest University. Just now, Yue Ying completed her presentation. And here, on behalf of her teacher in BFU, I hope Yu enjoy her 3 minutes. And I also wish all the participation will great success in the upcoming presentations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Xin Cheng. We will be getting some comments for after most of the presentations. And I think there might be 1 or 2 that don't have some comments coming from the host or the home institution of the competitor. So next we move to Dashwan Dai. Dashwan, are you online?
Yes, I'm online.
Good. Okay, so Dashwan Dai is from the Sichuan Agricultural University in China. He is in the PhD program in forest ecology, and his thesis title is Wildfire Favored More Flammable Plant Species by Selecting for High Leaf Dry Matter Content. His supervisor is Dr. Xinglei Kui. So I'm going to give a countdown and then I will move to your slide. So 3, 2, 1, go.
With climate warming, human communities and ecosystems around the world are bearing a higher risk of wildfires. We all know that plant flammability is the most determinant of wildfires, but the determined data on it are very lacking. Here, I found a plant trait that is highly related with plant flammability and can be used as a reliable replacement for plant flammability. That is leaf dry matter content, the ratio of leaf dry mass to fresh mass. So I compiled a global data set containing plants' leaf dry matter content and their environmental information over 4,000 species, and use it to explore the global patterns of leaf dry matter. Here are the main results of my research. First, woody species have a higher leaf dry matter content than herb species, indicating that woody species were more ready to burn. Second, leaf dry matter content is not randomly distributed across plants. Closely related plants with the same ancestor have similar leaf dry matter content. Third, plants in more fire-prone habitat tend to have a higher leaf dry matter content, which is the fire had favored the development of properties that make a species more flammable. Fourth, leaf dry matter content in fire-adapted species, such as pine, are higher in non-fire-adapted species, suggesting that high leaf dry matter content could be likely a result of fire selection. Last, the climatic factors such as temperature and precipitation also influence leaf dry matter content as well, but the effect was much less than fire. As the old saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. Here, I use the leaf dry matter content to replace plant flammability for study to explore the global patterns. By this indirect way, I finally reached Rome as well. My results suggest that wildfires have driven the evolution of plant flammability and making species more ready to burn. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Dashwan. And again, thank you for keeping to time. So if you just give the judges a few seconds to put our scores down. Okay. So we will get some remarks from Dr. Shenfeng Xu, who is the Vice Dean of the School of Forestry at Sichuan Agricultural University.
Good, thanks, John. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
I'm glad to have a chance to attend this activity. The 3MT is a good platform for students to introduce their research, share their ideas, and improve their speaking skills. Da Chuan is a PhD student in our university. His research field is fire, ecology, and management. In this study, he explored patterns and controls of the dry matter content around the world. This study is very interesting. It has important implications for the wildfire management. Now, this work is under review in the Journal of the Nature Plants. Da Chuan is only one student in our university that participating in the competition this year. We will spread 3MT in our university. I hope next year, more students will join. I wish this activity will become better and better in the future. Thanks, judges. Thanks, committee. Thanks, UBC. Okay, that's all what I said.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zhu. I hope I pronounced your name roughly correctly. So our next candidate or competitor is Jinmai Xu, who is from Zhejiang Agricultural and Forestry University in China. And she is in the Master in Forest Protection. The title of the work is The China Golden Nut Tree Rescue Plan, Botryopsphaeria Canker Disease of Chinese Hickory, Carya cathayensis, and its integrated management strategy in China. And in this work, she is being supervised by Dr. Yongjun Wang. So, Jinmai, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. So you probably got the format now. I'm going to do a countdown and go to your slide. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Decades ago, in some remote mountainous areas of Zhejiang province, there were many poor counties with a lot of steep hills but little farmland to grow crops. The desperate situation was turned around by a tree. It provides delicious and nutritious nuts, which is increasingly popular. The tree is Chinese hickory, an important economic tree. In Lin'an County of Zhejiang Province, the whole hickory industry chain has reached output value of about 5 billion yuan. Hickory has already become a pillar industry which having taken more than 100,000 villagers to reach. Unfortunately, the trees are suffering from a canker disease over the years, and 19% of the trees are infected. Thousands of trees was killed with it. The killer was identified as Botryopsphaeria falcidium, which is one of the most widespread and important pathogens of trees worldwide. It is limited to control disease relying on a single solution. So we are trying to establish an integrated management strategy. Firstly, after testing the control effect of different fungicides, we found that chemical control combined with canker smashing treatment works very well. It can be a first aid to reduce the enlargement of canker. Secondly, American pecan is immune to this pathogen, so we use it as a stock, and the grafted hickory exhibits high resistance to this disease. Also, it can produce fruit 4 to 7 years earlier than normal seedlings. Thirdly, the pathogen is a fungi. We select anti-fungi microbes and apply them to treat surface to control. In addition, higher biodiversity in the forest leads to less disease. The underforest cultivation, such as planting annual plants, can prevent this disease epidemic. This integrated strategy has been successfully practiced in Lin'an County and has avoided enormous losses. In the future, we will continue to perform our rescue plan and protect more and more trees. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Xinmai. That was good. You kept on time and very interesting work. Okay, I'll give the judges a few minutes, or at least a few seconds to do their scoring. Okay, we have some remarks from Dr. Wei Zheng, who is the Director of International Relations Office in the College of Forestry and Biotechnology at Zhejiang Agriculture and Forestry University. Dr. Zheng.
Thank you, John. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to representing the faculty of the Zhejiang A&F University. There's a lot of the, as I said earlier, this is a wonderful platform for the students to present the research. I apologize, I have to read the notes. That's why I'm not eligible for the competition. So Xingmei did a good job. She was an undergraduate on forest protection, continuing her master's degree on the forestry production. And she's representing the about 1,700 undergrad and postgraduate students in the College of Forestry and Biotechnology in Zhejiang A&F University. Discipline is a key part of the college, and we have a long relationship with international, with the UBC as well the other international partners. All the 9 students already made a good success in the final rounds. I would wish all the best for the speakers, and I would thank all the organizers and Guangyu and Georges and John for putting this together. This is a wonderful program, and thank all the students for attending this meeting. I hope more and more students will join this competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tseng, for those very nice comments. Before I move on, could I just remind everyone to mute their microphones if they are not speaking? We did have a little bit of noise come into Xinmei's presentation. Okay, our next candidate is Vikash Gildial, who is from the University of Canterbury in New Zealand. He is in their PhD in forestry program and is doing a thesis with the title Reducing Drying Collapse in Difficult to Dry Eucalypt Timber. Certainly is difficult to dry. The supervisors are Dr. Clemens Alterner and Dr. Bill Heffernan. So Vikash, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good. So
Yes.
I will give you countdown and then move to your slide.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
What comes to our mind when you look at this photograph, the first photograph? Such low value defector timber is only being utilized for pulpwood and firewood. But there is an increasing interest to use this timber for high value timber products. So how can we make such timber suitable for high value timber products? Well, the defect you can see here is drying collapse. The drying collapse is an abnormal shrinkage in timber that occurs during the initial stages of the timber drying process. The eucalypt timber is an important alternative species in New Zealand, with the plantation forestry sector is dominated by a single species, that is Pinus radiata. The timber from the eucalypt species is naturally durable and does not require any toxic preservatives, such as CCA, copper, chrome, arsenic, which is restricted in many countries across the world. However, most of the plantation-grown eucalypt timber, such as Eucalypt nitens, Eucalypt regnans, suffer from this severe collapse problem. So to make such eucalypt timber suitable for high-value timber products, my PhD study explored 2 strategies for reducing this problem. The first one is to reduce collapse problem in the current eucalypt resources, and the second is to reduce this problem in the future eucalypt resources. For the current resources, we came up with a pre-drying technique that is called electric heating or joule heating. In this process, electricity was applied through the timber, and all the electrical energy was converted into thermal energy, and that heats up the water inside the timber. This technique reduced collapse problem significantly in the eucalypt timber. Therefore, electric heating before the drying process seems a promising technique for reducing this defect in the current resources. For the future resources, we explored the genetic control of this problem. As we investigated that the collapse was under genetic control. Therefore, selecting the superior genetics eliminates the collapse problem in the future resource. And that could be done by selecting the low collapse producing trees from the forest for the future regeneration. Overall, my PhD study has found solution for eliminating the collapse problem in the current future eucalypt resources. But this will take a full rotation of 20 to 30 years before these trees would be available for processing. So what can we do in the meantime? So in the meantime, the pre-drawing technique investigated in this study could be used for reducing this problem in the current Euclid resources. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikash, and thank you for keeping to time. Okay, just give the judges a few seconds. Okay, I will move on. We don't have someone at this point, maybe they'll be later. We move to our next presenter, who is also from the University of Canterbury in New Zealand, Daniel Boschnevich. I hope I pronounced that reasonably right. He is in the PhD program in forestry and is doing a thesis called Thesis in Tree. It's what's inside that counts. His supervisors are Dr. Justin Morgenroth and Dr. Ewan Mason. So Daniel, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Imagine it's Christmas and there are many different gifts under the tree. However, you're allowed to pick only one. You look at the shape of the box, how big it is, and you wish you could see what is inside to choose the best. Exactly the same dilemma happens to forest managers who have to harvest the durable tree plantation. They wish to see what is inside the trees before cutting them, to be sure they selected the best one. That is the dilemma I solved in my thesis. I'm sure you recognize the picture on the slide. It's the famous Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. My thesis topic is similar, but instead of man, I studied a tree, Eucalyptus white stringy bark. By studying human proportions, Da Vinci created this drawing, which is very famous. By studying tree proportions, I created taper and volume models, which are not famous yet. Tree volume can be compared to human weight, describing the amount of wood in the tree. Tree taper can be compared to human hip-waist ratio, describing the shape of the tree, whose diameter decreases from the bottom to the top. To predict your height, you can measure your arm span, as those two measurements are about equal. To predict taper and volume, my models use multiple tree measurements as predicting variables, such as tree height or diameter. An interesting relationship occurs between three components. If you have ever played with Matryoshka nested dolls, you know that inside the largest doll, there are many smaller ones. Imagine each doll represents a different layer of the tree. The largest is the bark, the middle is the sapwood, and the smallest is the heartwood. When you put the heartwood doll inside the sapwood doll, you create wood without bark. And when you stick all dolls together, you create wood including bark. If you're a fan of Dr. Strange, you know that by using his third eye, he can see monsters invisible to others. My models have the same superpower, but instead of monsters, they allow us to see the invisible inner tree components. This is especially important in the case of heartwood, which is naturally durable, strong, and the most precious part of the tree. To end, I want to share the wisdom from my beloved grandma, who used to say, like so many things, it's not what's outside, but what is inside that counts. I promise, with my taper and volume models, you will find out what is inside, at least inside the tree.
Thank you, Daniel. Well done, you kept in time. So just a moment for some scoring. Okay. So we have Dr. Justin Morgenroth, I hope, who will give us some remarks. He is the Postgraduate Director of Studies in the School of Forestry at the University of Canterbury in New Zealand. Justin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak on behalf of the School of Forestry at the University of Canterbury, as well as on behalf of Daniel and Vikesh. So you've just had the opportunity to hear about some exciting research that we're undertaking here at the school, trying to diversify the crop that we grow in New Zealand into eucalypts rather than just focusing on radiata pine. I've had the opportunity to be involved in 3-minute thesis for a number of years here at the University of Canterbury, getting to watch not only forestry students, but also all of the engineering students participate in the competition. I've organized the competition locally, I've acted as a judge, and I've supervised students who have been involved. So I've seen it at all levels. I'm thrilled to be able to, again, represent Daniel and Vikesh, and I hope you enjoyed their presentations. So thanks again for having us.
Thank you very much, Justin. Okay, so we will move on. And our next speaker is May Belen Putian, who is from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños in the Philippines. And the title is What is the True Value of Culture and Heritage? It's a PhD in forestry program. And the supervisors are Dr. Margaret Calderon, Dr. Rogelio Andrada, Dr. Canizio Predo, and Dr. Diomedes Rasilis. So, May Belen, are you ready?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can, thank you. I will do the countdown and then go to your slide. So 3, 2, 1, go.
What is the true value of culture and heritage? What is the importance of local culture in a heritage park? In 2013, Mount Makiling was declared as the 33rd ASEAN Heritage Park. It is because of its high biodiversity, numerous conservation activities and initiatives, existing management plan, and because of its uniqueness. It is unique because it is managed solely by an academic institution, and its primary purpose is to serve as a laboratory for students, faculty, and researchers inside and outside the university. That's why Mount Makiling is relatively a well-studied heritage park. However, there's no study conducted yet on how important Mount Makiling in terms of local culture as a heritage park. Imagine this. You are walking inside this mountain, Mount Makiling, with your friends, and because of the pandemic, you didn't see them for the longest time. You're all excited, you're all in the mountain, you created a disturbance in the mountain. And your guide, as part of its park interpretation, told you a tale that the mountain, this mountain at my back, is a mysterious mountain, and it is being guarded by a fairy named Mariang Makiling. So to cut the story short, everything you do inside this mountain, you can either be rewarded or punished by Maria. This just shows how a belief, which is part of culture, can influence or affect heritage parks in terms of management and so on and so forth. My study is very significant because I will be looking more of this culture. And it is one of the first attempts to study or to assess and know the importance of local culture and heritage in an area where there is no indigenous people or indigenous community present. The perception and perceived value of its users and beneficiaries like the academe, local communities, visitors, and partners will be assessed to imagine the diversity of information. Cultural heritage values will be basically on the premise of tangible and intangible values as input in the different social research techniques and valuation methods that I will be using to come up with an estimated value of cultural ecosystem services and heritage value of Mount Makiling. That's all. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you very much, May Belen. Fascinating topic and a really interesting area. So the judges will have a couple of seconds to make their scores. And we'll move to some remarks from the partner university, represented by Dr. Margaret Calderon, who is Professor of Forest Resources Management in the College of Forestry and Natural Resources at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Dr. Calderon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jan Ines. And hello, everyone, and thank you to the organizers of the 3-minute thesis virtual competition for inviting me today. First, I would like to congratulate all the participants in this year's competition, especially our 9 finalists. I can imagine the challenge of that each participant went through, reducing so many pages of manuscript and drawing out the important points to make a 3-minute presentation. And from what I've seen so far, you sure made very good cases for your thesis problems. I would like to thank May for sharing your dissertation topic. As her advisor, I am very proud at the way she formulated her thesis problem and how she clearly communicated this. Her advisory committee is very excited about her topic, which will focus on the valuation of cultural and heritage value of the Mount Makiling ASEAN Heritage Park. Up to now, we only know that Mount Makiling provides extremely valuable provisioning, regulating, cultural, and supporting services. We have done studies on the provisioning and regulating services, but we have actually not unpacked where the value of its cultural service is coming from, and we are optimistic that May will give us answers. So congratulations, May, and to all who participated in the 3-minute thesis competition. You're all winners already, and I share your advisor's pride and joy. The world is looking forward to hearing the results of your research, and thank you to the Asia Pacific Young Scientists Association, the University of British Columbia, APFNet, and other universities for making this possible. Good morning or good evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Calderon, for those very nice remarks. Okay, we will move on. Our next contestant is Wenhuan Xu, who is from the University of British Columbia in Canada and is in the PhD in Forest Science program. She is working on a thesis, Strategy to Mitigate the Impact of Climate Change on Tree Species, and the thesis supervisor is Dr. Tong Li Wang. Wenhuan, are you ready?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Sorry, I think I said she earlier. You are obviously he, but I know in Chinese the two get mixed up anyway. So I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, everyone. Have you ever used dating app? Just key in the basic information, your education, career, and your ideal match. The system will match you the best date. My research is not matching people, but matching tree species and the climate. As we all know, tree species and the climate, they have adapted to each other over a long history. Therefore, tree species should grow in the proper climate conditions, which is a basic and natural principle. However, some tree species now are living in unsuitable climate conditions. They are experiencing maladaptation, which will lead to forest fire, dieback, and pest. The main reason for this is the mismatch between the tree species and the climate needs. My research aims to address this issue. The way I do it is to build up climate niche models for those tree species. Then I will generate scale-free climate data in the future. By combining the above 2 steps, I can delineate the suitable habitat for those tree species in the future. So I can develop a strategy and management tool to mitigate the impact of the climate change and the mismatch. This study will be creative and novel in the following aspects. First, cover more tree species. Due to lack of data, many tree species cannot be built up effective climate niche models. While I will use high resolution, up-to-date vegetation maps to collect data, which allows me to cover more tree species. Second, I will combine other key environmental factors, such as soil, into my climate niche models so I can have a more comprehensive and practical models to guide the migration of those tree species according to climate change. Last but not least, I will develop a software that foresters and government can use to select the best tree species for a specific planting site. In short, my study is attempting to assist the tree species in finding their suitable habitats in the future. Just imagine, give me a tree species, I can match you the best planting site, and vice versa, give me a planting site, I can match you the best tree species. Isn't that amazing? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Wenhuan. So just give us a couple of minutes or some little bit of time. Okay, I can't see the other judges on the screens, but I'm assuming you're ready. And we will be able to move on to our next candidate, who is Majda Awutsiten. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. And she is from Beijing Forest University, China, in the PhD in Nature Conservation program. So a little bit different to what we've been hearing. And the title is very different. It is, Could Jellyfish Outbreaks and Stranding be caused due to extreme environmental conditions? The supervisor for this project is Dr. Xiaofeng Luan. So Majda, are you ready?
I'm ready, Professor.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that since 2011 till now, all my family and relatives, they call me Mother Jellyfish? Do you want to know why? All right, so allow me then to take you with me back in time when I was enjoying my summer vacation in the Mediterranean Moroccan Sea. I remember I was swimming and suddenly I felt so much pain in my arm. I look at it and I found it very red. I look around me. I found myself surrounded by small jellyfish swimming peacefully. I panicked, to be honest, because I didn't know if those jellyfish actually they are poisonous or not. So I rushed out and then I saw something very intriguing. Plenty of jellyfish stranding all along the beach. As ecologist, I started asking myself questions about how this could be possible. What are the causes and the consequences of this phenomenon? Then I started conducting research about this topic. My first collaboration was with fishermen as they helped me monitoring the bloom's appearance of jellyfish in our coastline using the GPS coordination. At that time, I used to conduct and collect data about 10 sea parameters daily. As well, I used to collect data about the density of jellyfish stranding on the coastline using the quadrat method. Afterwards, I returned to my sweet little laboratory to conduct some biometrical measurements on jellyfish. And then also, I used to develop some mathematical equations to help me analyze the data. What I have discovered is very interesting. Indeed, high sea surface temperature and salinity will lead definitely to the blooms of jellyfish. But in 2013, something strange happened. There was no blooms of jellyfish even if the sea surface temperature and salinity was high enough. So I started digging deeper in other parameters to see what are those parameters who could lead to these blooms and stranding of jellyfish. I found that the marine currents, sea waves, and east wind may lead to the blooms of jellyfish in our coastline and their stranding. Hear me out. I found as well that those jellyfish blooms, they are impacting severely the fishery production as they share a negative correlation. That means when we will have high blooms of jellyfish, the fishery production will be much more less. And let me tell you that this area actually is relying on fishery production as its own first economical resources. That's why our thesis actually is going to propose a management plan to face this situation and to propose a solution, as well as to keep our marine ecosystem safe and sound. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, and thank you for keeping on time. So just give us a moment. Okay. I think the judges should be finished, so let's move to what looks like our final competitor tonight, Yinluo Yang.
Yes.
Yang, thank you. Who is from Tianjin University of Science and Technology in China, in the undergraduate engineering program, and with a thesis title, Green Supercapacitor Components from Wood. The supervisor for this work is Dr. Hongbin Liu. So Yi Liu, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yiluo Yang from Tianjin University of Science and Technology. Today, my topic is green supercapacitor components from wood. Trees can be seen everywhere around us. But do you believe that wood can be used to light bulbs? Now it has become a reality in our research. As we know, wood contains 3 main components, which are lignin, cellulose, and hemicellulose. Lignin is one of the biggest renewable sources of carbon anywhere. Our research found that various functional groups in the lignin surface provide active reaction sites for storing electrolyte ions. So we use the lignin as carbon precursor to prepare carbon layers. With a high specific surface area and uniform process distribution, supercapacitor electrode exhibits high electrical conductivity. The other major component of wood is cellulose, which makes up about 40 to 50% of wood and is the best abundant natural organic matter in the world. It enhanced the stability of wood structure, suggesting that cellulose is a biomass material with high strength and excellent mechanical properties. So we use the cellulose as the main raw material to prepare the wood-based separator for the green supercapacitor, which greatly improves the mechanical stability of the separator material. To sum up, the electrode and the separator in the 3 components of the supercapacitor have been replaced with sustainable biomass materials in our research. For the next step, we are aiming to design a kind of electrolyte from black liquor, a waste from pulp process of papermaking. And it's hoped that our research can achieve a completely sustainable replacement of supercapacitors under the framework of green chemistry and the circular economy. This is the end of my speech. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Yi Lu. Very exciting research that has lots of potential. So we will just do our scoring. Okay. So we have some remarks from the partner university, Dr. Jingyi An, who is an associate professor in the School of Light Industry Science and Engineering in Tianjin. University of Science and Technology, China. So, Dr. An, are you there?
Yes, Professor Ines, I'm here.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Wang, Professor Zheng, and Professor Jiang. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak something which is a great honor to me. Sorry about that. My camera is a little bit blurry, but I think my voice, no problem, right? I'm Xingye An, just as Professor Ines introduced me, and I'm from Tianjin University of Science and Technology. I'm one of the teachers of undergraduate student Yiluo Yang. As far as I know, Miss Yang is only the undergraduate student of the 9 competitor, who is very hardworking girl and has done lots of excellent work in the biomass forestry-based activity carbon towards the energy storage materials, such as supercapacitors. Yes, most importantly, I think she has also published several high-quality papers, which is quite remarkable for one undergraduate student. Now, Ms. Yang is preparing herself for his ambitious plan of the master or even PhD student application. I wish she can succeed and definitely improve herself through all of the undergraduate and the meaningful events that have happened and will happen in the future. Finally, I also wish the 3 minutes thesis competition a great success. This is just like a big dinner, which includes various and different delicious dishes, right? For us here tonight, I'm very enjoyable. We can learn something and communicate with someone else from different areas, from different countries in a very short time, 3 minutes, right? I believe each competitor, everyone who is involved in will succeed in this activity and will win this competition, because no matter what the results are, you indeed contribute the communication and transmission of culture and science by using your outstanding scientific work, right? Okay, well, that's my comment. Thank you very much for your invitation again. Good luck to the undergraduate student, Yiluo Yang, and good luck to everyone. Thank you, Professor Ines. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. An, for those comments. Yes, wouldn't it be nice if politicians were restricted to 3 minutes for their speeches as well?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think that always happens. Okay, so we are going to move. I will stop sharing my screen, I guess. And the judges are going to withdraw, and someone, I believe, I'm not sure who's doing it, Susie, or
I will do that. Yeah,
is doing the introduction to UBC. So there should be somewhere where you're going to allow us to go off.
So I think we are waiting when we are waiting for the final result, and Joyce will give a little bit like entertainment. And then you wait for us to coming back.
Thank you, Dr. Wang. This has been a fascinating hour we've just spent together. I'm enthused by the very positive atmosphere. My name is George Jun. I'm the transfer program manager in the Faculty of Forestry at UBC. It's a great honor for me to be here and to provide a brief introduction to the UBC Faculty of Forestry today. I recognize that we are all in different places of the world, but I would like to again acknowledge that the UBC Vancouver campus is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. As one of the world's top research universities, UBC has created positive change at home and abroad for more than a century. Today, our two major campuses located in Vancouver and the Okanagan have attracted more than 70,000 students from Canada and over 160 countries around the world. As the world's leading center of teaching, learning, and research excellence, we kept high staff-to-student ratio, which fluctuated around 6 students supported by 1 staff, and we support over 10,000 research projects. UBC has also nurtured 8 Nobel laureates and 3 Canadian prime ministers. The Faculty of Forestry is located on UBC Vancouver campus, around 30 minutes from the heart of downtown Vancouver. The Vancouver campus is a spectacular location that is a must-see for any visitor to the city, where snow-capped mountains meet ocean and breathtaking vistas greet you around every corner. UBC Forestry is known as the top Canadian forestry school due to its high-quality programs offered at both undergraduate and graduate level, world-leading forestry scientists as faculty members, the unique location, and its advanced facilities for higher forestry education. Our faculty is the largest among all Canadian forestry schools, with over 1,500 current student enrollment, over 300 faculty and staff, and an inclusive environment for the international students. Here, I would like to provide a quick tour to UBC Faculty of Forestry. The Forest Sciences Center was designed to showcase construction using Canadian forest products. This complex offers students with study areas and houses the faculty's 3 departments. Built alongside the FSC is the Center for Advanced Wood Processing. This building includes a unique machine lab. A lot of the work that the student does here in the classroom, where they might learn theory and practice skills, but a ton of works are out of the field. Our faculty has 2 research forests where students can enhance their classroom learning with field studies, and researchers can establish projects requiring forested environments. Loon Lake Camp is in the heart of the Malcolm Research Forest. This site provides a wonderful setting for residential field courses. The Haidgua Institute offers a range of programs, including undergraduate semesters and professional development courses. The range of undergraduate programs we offer are unique. We look at the discipline of natural resources all along the entire value chain, from the genetic of plants and trees, all the way to how those things can be used in the marketplace. So our Forest Sciences program looks at forest ecosystem, the genetic behind certain species. Our Natural Resources Conservation program looks at different management paradigm for our natural resources. Students will learn about how to balance social, economic, cultural, and aesthetic issues. Forestry program teaches a wide variety of topics, including wildlife, fisheries, recreation, water, and timber. Students will be able to apply science and technology to create environmentally and economically sound harvesting plans. Urban forestry talks about green infrastructures that are vitally necessary for mitigating heat waves and cooling demands, and maintaining biodiversity and carbon sinks. Wood products processing teaches engineering and furniture design, problem solving, and wood technology. And our bioeconomy sciences and technology program transform biological resources into innovative products such as biofuels and bioplastics by using environmentally sustainable methods. Our faculty also offers excellent courses and cutting-edge research across the spectrum of disciplines related to forestry. Online courses and certificate programs taught by leading industry professionals designed specifically for flexible learning in a collaborative environment. Our faculty also conducts leading research that is designed to drive change globally. We seek solutions to improve the state of the world's forests, how we manage them and utilize their products. The topics range from integrated remote sensing to forest conservation, genetics to advanced wood processing and bioeconomy opportunities. Award-winning multidisciplinary researchers in our faculty investigated a broad range of human impacts on the nature world. UBC Forestry had also started building relationships with many forestry institutes in the Asia-Pacific region for decades. One of the best cooperative platforms we've discovered is the 3+2 undergrad aid transfer programs, where students complete 3 years of study at one of our partner universities and at least 2 years of study at UBC to get the bachelor degrees. Other educational programs have also been developed, such as the Vancouver Summer Program, scholarship-based visiting students program, and summer schools offered by our partner universities. Since 2020, we also designed the virtual summer camp to support forestry education in the Asia-Pacific region due to the travel restriction. Many young faculty members came to UBC as visiting scholars. They work with professors in similar fields, conduct research, and learn interactive teaching strategies and skills. Meanwhile, our faculty members also have had an opportunity to deepen their understanding of forestry research and education in the specific region. So we believe that it is our responsibility to take stewardship in forestry education, cultivate global citizens, and enhance capacity building in forestry. With the sufficient resources, we are confident to create high quality international programs with other institutes. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope the information I shared is helpful. We would be glad to connect with you to build, improve, and multiply more successful educational programs in the future. Okay. So all the students did a great job, which apparently made it difficult for our committees to determine the winners. So for now, let's probably take a minute break before the announcement. Thank you. It seems that we will have the winners soon because I saw Dr. Wang's here. You're muted, Dr. Wang.
It's amazing today. So many great presentations. First of all, I want to thank every panelist for your hard work. I think it's amazing learning curve for you, also for all of the people here today. I think quite a lot of our partner university will present it today, and they like to learn about how to operate that 3-minute thesis competition. So I was think, this event will be happening every year. From now, this is first time. Next year we will organize probably we will organize again. We'll probably announce a little bit earlier, and to have everybody to participate for the prepare for the competition. This year is our first time. We still have a lot of learning curve as well. So I hope that you guys can bear with us for the first time to organize this event. Also, the normally it's doing in person, but it's during the COVID. I think this provide us a great tool to working on the Zoom, right? So without any traveling, without adding carbon into the air, we can still compete each other, learn each other. So as I just mentioned before, this is a great prep for us to know each other, to learn each other's research, and also to see like how we can cooperate together more efficiently. So I will propose probably like to develop like kind of the like a mail list, and we can in the future, if with you all agree, we will probably like can announce in for the future event, and also for help you guys to work together in the future. So is any comments, anything before the judge coming back to announce the winner? And so we still probably have a couple of minutes now. If anyone want to ask a question, if anyone have a great suggestion, it's all the welcome. So I have May here. Okay. Is anything you guys want to comment? Majetta, do you have anything else to?
You know me, Professor, I have a lot of feelings and emotions, and I want to speak. And well, if I want to say something, I want to say thank you so much for all the professors and the organizers for giving us such an opportunity to meet all of these talented, outstanding students, to learn from each other, to learn from you. Also, this is very empowering indeed. The fact that we can express our research in such like a funny and interesting and like attractive way. It gives us like it empower us. Actually, we believe much more about, yes, we can do it, because it is huge work that we are conducting, and sometimes we forget our life because we are diving much more deeper in conducting all the mathematical analysis. And today, actually, and through all of these like three steps competition, the semi-final and the final, it was an amazing event for us to just like share all of this energy and to make it sweet as possible. Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, thanks so much. I just want to mention we will provide all the finalists of the certificate, and you know, we only had 3 winner for the level. I think everybody get into this stage is already the winner, right? So I was hoping like next year, I will not probably have the more like award for it's, I know I cannot get too much like award, but it will be easier for more like funding, get the support from the university and from our funding agency, and to provide more award and to attract more a lot more people to come in to compete. Not actually compete is not a good word. It's more like a collaboration or more sharing, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Is John still not coming back yet? Okay. Open a lot of discussion though. I think they'll need to produce the certificate right away, and they can present it to us. Yeah, it's any thought from our finalists? Daniel, anything else you want to say? You did a pretty good job though.
Yeah, I think it's I really like such opportunities when you actually can go outside of your computer desk, you know, outside of doing this, I will call it lonely job, because you're spending a lot of time with your computer, with reading articles, trying to find some new solutions. So I think it's very beneficial to have opportunity to just speak about your research, just to present it. And the also very interesting is to see different people doing the same journey with you, you know, because in the end of the day, we all trying to discover something novel, something new, to make our niche forestry like area a little bit better place. So the world also a little bit better place. Yeah, so I really enjoying always like when there's opportunity where you actually can present your research for audience, and also verify it's how you're doing, like if people like it, and just so I thank you for that opportunity, and also just listen to people, yeah, talking about their research. Yeah, I think it's a good platform just to have this opportunity to tell a little more about your research. Yeah, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. It's we have PhD, we have master, we have the undergraduate student can be each other. It's quite amazing thing. I think for all those undergraduate students, they're doing excellent job as well, even they're just in the beginning of their the career. I think it's excellent job. Okay, is it coming? Ximei, you do excellent job as well today. It's a where you learn your English though? You are in Zhejiang, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I want to show that I think that it is a very lucky chance for me to attend this competition. I thank the teacher sent this message of competition to me and teach me to finish this work, and I set myself to do it and do it to my best wish. And I very want to share that I think it is a very new experience for me, because it is my first time for me to attend an English speech competition, and it even is an academic speech. So I feel very lucky to be in the semi-final and the final. It's like a dream, a sweet dream. I have get many new things. For example, this is the first time I understand the jet lag. the before time I have no days, but I understood is have many mistakes. But by the time I understand the last drag between the different the place, and it's this through this competition I know many knowledge and have broadened my eyes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, welcome back for our chat. So over to you, John.
That was an incredible competition. We had 9 winners, really. You are all finalists in the first ever major competition of this nature for this organization. The reason that we've been so long is because we had huge arguments as to who was the best and second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth. And it really was an extremely difficult decision for us. However, we did come eventually to a conclusion. And we will go through the 3 top places, starting with 3rd place. And after I announce the name of the winner, we will invite you to say a few words. Please, not too many words, not even 3 minutes, just 1 minute. So we will start off with 3rd place. And as I said, you know, I know it will be disappointing for some of you who don't make it into the top 3, but you came so close, I can tell you now. You really did come close, and you should be really pleased at your presentations today. So we will go now to number 3. 3rd place award goes to Wenhuan Xu. So Wenhuan, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, John, and thank you, Dr. Wang. Thank you for Susie and all the people who organized this event. And also thank my families. They have to put up to hear my practicing all the day. And also thanks for all the people from China and from other who are not use English as the first language. And you are all participants. You all try your best to present the best of you. So thank you everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the award. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, Wenhuan.
Thank you.
So we have the next winner at 2nd place goes, and I wonder if we should just have a little bet with everyone to say who should win. Yeah, a bit like the football at the moment, except that's been so unpredictable. We don't know who's going to win that. So 2nd place goes to May Belen Putian. Well done, May. I invite you to say a few words.
I don't know what to say. I'm crying now. This is the first time I joined a contest, and thank you for the opportunity that you gave us in presenting our thesis in just 3 minutes. It's really challenging, but thank you. And so I want to thank my advisors who gave me the push to do this. No, Dr. Marge Calderon and Dr. Rogelio T. Andrada II. They are the ones who really pushed me to join this contest. And I'm so thank you very much. I hope you can visit Mount Makiling. I will guide you here.
I will take you up on that. I'm really hoping to visit within the next 6 months, but that's not why you got the 2nd place. Okay.
See you.
Congratulations. I wonder if anyone can guess who got number 1. I will go to it. It is Daniel Bosnevich. Congratulations, Daniel, winner of a staggering $3,000. Well done. Would you like to say a few words if you're still on the line?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to see this. It was a very nice experience. Yeah, let me think what I want to say. But first of all, thank you for the University of British Columbia for organizing this event. I think it's needed for like young researchers to have platform to actually express their research and have this opportunity to go outside of like the reading papers and studying and just have opportunity to tell their stories. It was very lovely to hear all the stories of all and other competitors. I really enjoy seeing there is so many novel research who's trying to make our forestry and the world a little better place. Yeah, I think I will compare all these journeys, no matter what level of thesis you're doing, to climbing the mountain. And it's usually you just seeing the mountain, the top of the mountain, and you think you will not climb it because it's so far away and it's so challenging and usually lonely trip. But then you have your guides. And for my guides for this climbing my mountain was Professor Justin Morgenroth and Professor Jan Mason. For that, I want to also acknowledge them because they helped me a lot during my journey. And one more time, thank you very much. It was very lovely. I kind of prefer talking to people as writing. So I think this kind of like presentation stuff make me very, very excited, very happy. Thank you very much for all staff who was behind this competition and for all participants. One more time, thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. And congratulations to the other 6. You made it to the finals. Well done. I mean, it really came down to some little details that enabled some people to just edge a little bit above the others. And we will provide feedback to everyone so that hopefully next time that you participate, you might be the winner and that you will do really well. We also heard earlier from some of the university representatives that there will be more competitions like this. China will be taking part a lot more, and so you will have opportunity for practice, as will the other participating universities. So we look forward to seeing this happen again in the future. We look forward to having the same standard or even better presentations. But really, this is going to be tough to beat this year. You really were very, very good. Congratulations to all our finalists. Okay, on that note, I will go offer you the congratulations. We don't have a sound thing. I should have had some sort of trumpets or something in the background, but well done, all winners, and well done, all participants. So thank you, everyone, for your participation tonight. You see the different groups that are involved in this: APFNet, the 3-Minute Thesis Organization, Asia Forest Research Center, the Asia Pacific Forest Education Coordination Mechanism, the AYSA, the Faculty of Forestry at UBC. It's been great to have you along tonight or this morning for many of you. And we look forward to seeing you at the next 3-minute thesis competition, which I presume will be held this time next year. So all the best, everyone. Have a great day or great evening or whatever it is, time of day it is for you. And I look forward to meeting you all again at some point, either online or in person. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.
Thank you, John. Thank you for all the
Bye-bye.
time.
Congratulations. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.